Go live. We finna go live. Yeah, we live, man. This man Big Taki back in the building. TPZ, Big Play Killer, TP43. Whatever you want to call me, just don't call me Collect. Hey, look, my co-host is not here today. I'm gonna drop some in the chat. She can I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. I can't drop the link. I'm trying to learn how to do this if I can invite people on, but I don't have it yet. So I thought I could copy the link and put it in the chat so I could bring more people in. But as of right now, I cannot do that. So I will learn this weekend how to bring more people on. I want to have 2, 3 people on, so we can kind of go back and forth and bring on some new subscribers that have some good input. So I'm working on it, y'all. I do not have all the bugs worked out. But what I want to talk about is the top teams that might go down this weekend. Undefeated teams. We only talking about undefeated teams, but we're gonna throw a little bit of Colorado in there because I got something for y'all that y'all might that didn't know about Colorado. And we'll start it off talking about Colorado. So I was looking around last night on these recruiting sites and stuff, and I noticed Colorado talent level. Like they have a poll where they take all the recruits that they have on a certain team and they add up their scores when they was being recruited, 4 stars, 5 stars, all that kind of stuff. And Colorado is ranked 35 overall when it comes to talent. When it comes to talent, Colorado is 35 overall. I want y'all to understand something. This has to do with coaching. This has something to do with coaching. When you have less talent on your team, or you can beat teams that have more talent than you, or you can play with teams that have more talent than you, that's saying something. So a lot of people been kind of like on the fence. Can Coach Prime really coach? Coach Prime and his staff are coaching so good. They have a team that has 35. They rank them 35 with talent, but they playing like a top 25 team. I want y'all to understand what this means. If you can make a team that's ranked outside the top 25 play like a team that's inside the top 25, what will happen once you get 20, 30 guys on your team? Like when you're looking at Alabamas and the Georgias, they got like 40 4 stars on their team. I think Colorado has 14 4 stars and 3 5 stars. So when they played against USC got way more better talent. But then you look at the scoreboard, we only separated by 7 points at the end of the game. So that's telling me Coach Prime has his players playing up. So that's something to be noted because once we start bringing in some of these big guys, and I'm telling y'all, we got like 4 to 5 big time players that's gonna flip. I'm telling y'all, it's already my senses are telling me, the signs are telling me, and I'm gonna start showing y'all some of this stuff on the videos. But look, let's get to these games, and so we're gonna start from the games that's the least important to the ones that's the most important. So the first game is Missouri versus LSU. Now I'm gonna tell you how this game can impact Colorado. Cause you know all roads go through Colorado right now. But Ryan Ringo, he a top wide receiver. He might be on the sideline because he's from Missouri. Missouri's playing against LSU. It's a big SEC team matchup, 21 versus 23, and he might be on the sideline. So if Missouri right now, Texas and Missouri are like 1 and 2 to get Ringo, but Colorado is starting to gain some ground. If Missouri loses to LSU at home today, that might give Colorado a bump up on his list, right? Because only reason why I think he really thinking about going to Missouri is because they're winning right now, they undefeated, and he's a homer. But if they get knocked out, they 21. If they get knocked out of the top 25, they lose to LSU at home, he might say, hey man, let me take Missouri off my list. I want to have a good college career. I want to go somewhere where they win. So hopefully LSU gets this win, and Missouri gets knocked off, and Ringo takes a better look at Colorado. All right, so the next team up, the next game up is Miami versus Georgia Tech. Miami is undefeated right now. This is another game that I like. We always fight for Miami recruits. Georgia Tech really don't have the talent to stick with Miami, and this is what I'm talking about. Like Miami is ranked number 12 in the country with talent, but they're number 17 overall. That coach is not coaching up to the talent level that they have on that team. They're number 17, but they got number 12 talent on their roster. They got like 4 5-stars and 42 4-stars on the Miami roster, but they just barely getting ranked. So this is what I'm saying. Like some of these teams, they got the players, but they ain't winning. Coach Prime don't even have all the players, and he winning. So it's about to get real interesting right now. But Georgia Tech, I don't think they got the firepower to compete with Miami. So I think it's going to be a slaughter. I think Georgia Tech only have 18 4-stars. All right, so I think Miami's going to win this game. Oregon State, this is a game Colorado need to worry about because Oregon State, we need them to keep winning. So when we play them, they'll be ranked kind of high. And I think we got a chance to knock Oregon State off. But Oregon State is playing against Cal this week. Cal is trash. Cal don't really win nothing. They last in a whole bunch of categories. So I think Oregon State gonna win out. It's at Cal, so it's a home game for Cal, but I don't think Cal got the school spirit to win nothing right now. Unless they get Marshawn Lynch to come back and run the ball for them. All right, so we got North Carolina. This is the big game. North Carolina against Syracuse. Now, this is another one of those coaches that a lot of people are telling me to cover. Syracuse just lost their first game last week. So this could have been easily a game against 2 undefeateds. But since Syracuse lost last week, and like this is what I'm trying to tell y'all about the talent level. So North Carolina is ranked number 14, right? But they have like 34 stars on their team. They rank number 25 for talent, right? So that coach has them playing above their talent level. They rank number 25, I think, with talent. No, they rank number 17 with talent. And so they rank number 14. But they got 2 5-stars and they got 34 stars. Now we look at Syracuse. Syracuse is ranked number 69 with talent. So this is a big gap, 17 to 69 for talent. But Syracuse is just undefeated. Syracuse has 5 4-stars on their roster, man. 5 4-stars on their roster. So their roster should not be able to compete with North Carolina. But for whatever reason, this game is being played at home in Syracuse. I believe Syracuse is going to pull out this game. App State almost beat North Carolina. North Carolina, it's too many close games. This is a home game for Syracuse. Syracuse guys, they believe they can win. I think they're going to pull this game out. All right, so and y'all let me know who y'all think should win, who gonna win this game if y'all want to chime in. Washington State. This is another game that we want to pay attention to. Washington State playing against UCLA. I kind of want Washington State to win this game. UCLA, they've been kind of losing. I don't really like the coach for UCLA. I want him to get fired. I don't think he had a bad reputation in the league, Chip Kelly, and I just don't like him. I want him to lose. I want him to get fired. They got 2 good quarterbacks in that game. That'll be a good game to watch. 2 good quarterbacks, but I think Washington State will take that. Notre Dame versus Louisville. This is a good game. Like I'm gonna watch this game. Here we go again with 2 coaches that's kind of popping up on the scene. This is another one of those coaches from Notre Dame that people are trying to get me to cover. Now, I like the coach from Notre Dame because I think he got more swag than Deion when it comes to dressing. When they come to dressing, my man from Notre Dame, he look like he going to a Kappa party. My man, he had a little hair to the side. He had his vest on. He had slacks on out there on the field, man. Dude be dressing, man. But Louisville, Notre Dame's ranked number 10. Louisville is ranked number 25, right? So Louisville has the weapons. And I don't understand on their ranking, They show where Louisville don't have no 5 stars, but I know they got that #1 linebacker last year. And I thought for sure he was a 5 star, but maybe he was a 4 star, but he was the #1 middle linebacker. So talent level, Notre Dame wins that battle with the talent level. Notre Dame got like top 25, top 15 talent. Louisville, they it's they trying to get up there with their talent, but it's not. They rank like 28 on talent, I think. So they right around where they supposed to be. They rank 25, but I think they rank 28 on the talent poll. So Louisville might win this game. They saying this quarterback supposed to be the new best kept secret, and they saying this coach supposed to have a offensive mindset. They have put up some good points, but this is the first time they're gonna play a real opponent. Louisville's undefeated. I think Louisville's gonna lose this game. Notre Dame is coming into their house. I know one guy I will be watching this game is three different. If y'all don't know, he played for Deion at Jackson State. He was a 4 star wide receiver, and I thought he was going to Colorado, but he decided to flip and he went to Louisville. So Louisville has some talented wide receivers in that core wide receivers, because I don't even think he's the #1 wide receiver in that offense. I think he's the #1. That's a wiry kind of explosive wide receiver. So I think Louisville has the weapons to compete for a while, but that running game for Notre Dame will overpower them, and Louisville will fall. All right, USC versus Arizona. It ain't even no competition, man. Arizona, the talent gap is so wide. Even though they're playing in Arizona, I think USC gonna win that game easy. Florida State. Okay, we get into the good games now. Florida State versus Virginia Tech. Florida State is one of these teams that play down to their competition. Even though Florida State is undefeated, I think Florida State might lose because sometimes they just don't. They wait to the fourth quarter to really get ignited. So, and it's in Virginia at Virginia Tech. So, the Hokie Stadium. Florida State should blow them out, but they could lose. That's an upset alert right there. But another thing about Florida State talent level is low right now. If it weren't for this quarterback and these wide receivers, Florida State would be in the dumps. Like Florida State talent level is like around, I don't know, maybe like 28 or 25 or something. Like they ain't even in the top 10. So Florida State, they really need to recruit hard, and Deion keeps stealing all their recruits. It's looking bad for Florida State after this quarterback leave. All right, so we got Ohio State versus Maryland. This is another big matchup. Everybody keeps saying the coach from Maryland, he starts off strong when they play against these little small schools, but once they get into the thick of things, he always falls off. Now, the thing that Maryland has, I always tell people, when you're looking at teams, if you betting on a team or you pulling for a team, you always kind of want to go to the side that has the best quarterback. Whoever has the best quarterback, and Maryland has the best quarterback, in my opinion. They have Tua's little brother. So Tua's little brother has been doing great. The coach met him at Alabama. When he got that Maryland job, he went to he took Tua's little brother with him. Because Tua's little brother, he knew he wasn't gonna start over Matt Jones and the Bryce Young. So he left. All right. So hopefully Ohio State will stay undefeated, because I want to see the Ohio State Michigan game. But I think Maryland has a chance. I think they have a chance to keep this game close. I think they'll stay inside the spread, but I think they're gonna actually end up losing. It'll be a closer game than what most people think, though. All right, Texas versus Oklahoma. I want Texas to lose. I want Texas to lose because Texas is kind of like Dallas Cowboy fans. Once they start winning, they just get crazy. They get crazy with that hook 'em horns, all that kind of stuff. They just get on my nerves a little bit. And the only reason why I kind of want Texas to win is so they can play Georgia, and Georgia can punch them in the mouth. But if they never play against Georgia, they might be able to play against Georgia in the SEC championship game. Because I want Georgia to punch them in the mouth. But right now, Georgia ain't looking too good. So this might be Texas' year. So I'm gonna go with Texas because I don't believe in Oklahoma. I don't believe in their defense. This is a big game again for us, for Colorado, because two guys will be looking at this game. David Stone, he's already committed. That's a big-time D lineman out of IMG Academy, big-time lineman. He's committed to Oklahoma. I want to flip him to Colorado. I think he's one of the best D linemen. If not one, he's two. The number two best defensive lineman, ready to go. The only thing you got to do is add water, and he ready to go. And Ringo, the same receiver I talked about earlier, that should be looking at the Missouri, what game that Missouri LSU game. He's gonna be looking at this game too because Texas is on this list too. Texas is like, I think 67%. They saying like he's leaning towards Texas. But if Texas loses to Oklahoma and Missouri loses, I think Colorado got Ringo all just on lock. I think we got Ringo on lock if both of these guys lose this week. But if Texas win and Oklahoma loses, that might give us a better chance to get David Stone. And we need David Stone. We really need David Stone. So right now I'm pulling for Texas. Hook 'em horns. However, what y'all do? What y'all do? Hook 'em horns. And so because we need David Stone. We need David Stone. All right, Michigan versus Minnesota. This should be a blowout game, but it's something about Minnesota this year. They just kind of play defense and they play slow and they just keep the game close. So hopefully it'll be a close game, but I think Michigan just too strong for them and they're gonna pull that out. It's in Minnesota, but I don't think it matters. Georgia versus Kentucky. This is the one. This is the one. This is the upset alert right here, y'all. Upset alert. Georgia has not been as dominant as they used to be. Georgia run defense is down this year. Kentucky is averaging 6 yards a carry on the ground right now. Kentucky just beat Florida. Kentucky don't care about what y'all did last year and the year before. And Kirby, I remember Kirby said, we won't be hunted. We are the hunter. No, right now, Kentucky is hunting Georgia right now. And where they playing at? Ooh, I don't know. I got invited to go to this game, but I couldn't go. So I think that game is in Georgia. But it looked like it on my paper it's saying it's in Kentucky, but I think that game is in Georgia. I got somebody want to give me tickets to come to that game. I was like, man, I'm too busy. I can't go. But I think Georgia might pull it off. But if there's gonna be a big upset today, well tomorrow, it's gonna be Kentucky beating Georgia. If I had a good $500 I could just play with, I put it on Kentucky to cover the spread. But yeah, that's my picks for this week, y'all. I think it's gonna be a good week of football. Oh, and Colorado, I think Colorado is gonna really, really run the table on Arizona, and I think we're gonna get to see a lot of these young guys play. Hopefully, that's the plan. That's the plan. And y'all might get to see Mr. Freeze. They say they put Mr. Freeze on defense. I know he's playing special teams. When I say Mr. Freeze, I'm referring to number 18. That's my guy. That's my guy. So I'll see y'all in my next video, man. Appreciate y'all for staying tuned and get in the comments next time, y'all. Hit the like button. I see some of y'all in here, man. Hit the like button. Let everybody know I'm trying to give y'all some content. Y'all motivate me to keep going. All right, one.